Last time on Ruthless. The story introduces Ash, who experiences a catastrophic event called the Short, which wipes out all electricity on the planet. After a long journey home, Ash discovers his family is missing, so he builds a weapon to find them. After a random encounter, Ash comes into the care of a teen boy named Eddie. What's Ash gonna do with all of these problems? Find out on the next issue of Ruthless!
Alright, kid. Remember what I told you. When you decide to act, you go all in. Give it everything you got. Now, go get us some lunch. I took the kid out hunting today. We need to eat, and he needs to learn how to survive. And I can pick up a few things along the way. Okay, Eddie, now's the time. Go! Go, kid. Eddie, come on! Go! The kid hesitates. Eddie, I know what you're feeling, but there are things that gotta die. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Use it. Let it focus you. 'Cause that's what it means to be a man. And that's what you are now. So go kill that fucking thing. Go!
Shit!
Despite Eddie's miss that round, we end up catching 3 for the day. I've never seen him this happy. Iguanas. Perfect time to break out the Sassone packet. Yeah, I like this. You look good with your head up. Just remember that not every day is gonna feel like a win. This world, it'll wear on you. Now don't go make it worse by beating yourself up. Sometimes it's right there by your side, and sometimes it'll betray you. And giving up hope just puts a dagger into your soul. But today, we celebrate. Now let's go home and eat.
That tastes horrible.
Oh yeah? Try tonguing a muffy snatch after a CrossFit class. Just eat a little faster. We have one more stop before we lose daylight. Should be a grocery store right down there. Maybe they'll have some charcoal for the grill.
Wait, no more training?
Yeah, semester's over. And here's the final. If I tell you to stick close, then do exactly as I say. These are the types of trips you risk your ass on.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
If there's so many bad guys, then how are you able to make it home after the Short?
With my feet.
No. I need to know what's out there.
Alright, kid, just 'cause I call you a man doesn't mean you got hair on your chest now. Let's go walk and talk. About a month in, I reached the Appalachian Mountains. On the way there, I saw humans turn back into animals. People got desperate with deaths on the table. The mountains were quiet, but tricky. I tried to navigate my way through. Got lost for God knows how long. Felt like a pregnancy term before I found a welcome to Georgia sign. I stumbled down the highway, going south. My adrenaline war, anxiety started to set in. Just two endless lanes. No lights. Nothing but trees going down both sides. There was a lot of time to think. I thought about my wife, my kids, parents, siblings, even the friends I never visited. I thought about what caused the short. Was this an accident? Or was this all on purpose? Thinking too much. That was my mistake. I got ambushed. Drug into the tree line. The panic blurred my vision. I lost the ability to defend myself. I took the beating of my life. But worse than that was the smell. The smell of these people made you sick. They drugged me into the middle of nowhere. Strung me up in their basement. My prison already had a young girl in it. A scared little thing. 2 days later, they were back. This time, with a dead body. The biggest guy in the group grabs a hacksaw and with no regard just pushes and pulls at the top of the corpse's leg right underneath the hip. Then he takes the blade and cleans the leg right off the knee. They carved his thigh like a deli turkey till they got to the femur, which the big dude grabbed and started walking towards me. And like a beat cop with a nightstick got me right across the cheek. That's where I blacked out for a few seconds, but I came to from a wailing. Hits to my body, legs, arms. In that moment, I thought I was a dead man. And hopefully I would be before they started cutting me up. Then, a bang. Their heads turned to the door while they held mine to the floor, but I saw it too. Someone in the frame, an older man. He looked like a trucker with a shotgun. He points the gun at the femur slugger and fires. It missed, but at least he stopped my beating. The stanky clan started scrambling around, looking for cover like roaches. Shotgun trucker went to the girl first. He untied her before embracing a hug. Guess it was his daughter. She looked at me with pity, so he cut me loose.
My name is Russ,
He said,
follow me, don't make me kill you too.
before we could leave, more rushed in. I took a wild swing and grabbed the bone I was beaten with. I noticed the end splintered off, leaving a sharp end, or sharp enough. I squared myself up when I saw the big guy. Then my body went fucking hostile. I charged at him, swinging like a maniac. Although he didn't seem to be getting hurt, he did trip himself up. And all that weight falls hard. I closed the gap as he stood up, then I stabbed him right through the neck to the fight song of screaming and gunshots, and a finale rained blood in a basement. Whoa, it was wild, man.
What's your name, boy?
Ash, And thanks for giving those creeps what they deserved.
Well, weren't coming for you, but glad it worked out. Until we reach the canal, you can come on with us. I got an extra sleep sick. As long as you understand that you ain't coming home with us by tomorrow, you best be on your way.
I took the offer as third wheel for the night. Nursed back some of my health. We got to bonding pretty quick and shared some stories about the family. It's a shame his lady passed before the short. To guide my loved ones, Russ said a prayer. I didn't have the heart to tell him that God's not here anymore. Ooh-wee! Those frets look like a real threat. I'll have a guitar like that.
You think they Goombas in the People's Collective?
Only one way to find out. What's the plan, boss?
We'll allow fate to play out and see where the mice go. Hit them in the store, but be cool this time. Just keep it at a peaceful conversation.
No worries, Chief. I'll lay on my charisma.
What could go wrong?
Here it is. I think this place was called R-Mart, or could have been an S. Nah, definitely wasn't an S. Whatever, here's the plan. Stay right behind me. We're gonna dash to the door, head to the store, grab a cart, and get out of Dodge. Got it? We hustle to the entrance. Clear so far. I stick the knife on the head of Shredder in the center of the sliding doors and pried it open with a little muscle. You can tell this place has been raided before, but it's still well stocked. This is gonna be a worthwhile trip after all. Looky here, canned goods, non-perishables. I was kidding about the charcoal, but there it was. I rushed to the kitchen aisle to see if there were any cast iron pans. My eyes scan the shelves, but something breaks my attention. A voice.
Relax, my dude. We just want to talk to you.
Hey boy, I'm Blunt and this is Chuck. Now we ain't strangers.
Run, kid. And he bolts. I turn around to throw a haymaker. This goddamn place is a setup, so I have to react fast. My fist connects with his jaw, enough to make his eyes go blank. But the other guy comes behind me, gets me in a chokehold. His skinny ass is deceptively strong. I grab his arm with my right and snapped an elbow with my left. But I can't get the leverage to get him off of me. The guy who ate my haymaker wobbles over to pitch a punch. I lift my legs to bring our weight forward, dropping low with the guy still choking me. Just enough to roll his punch. I slam my feet to the ground and kick off, knocking us both into the shelves. I stand and run, pulling out my revolver. Two more attackers pinching me down the back aisle. So I cut across the baby section, firing around through the mashed bananas. I can see their bodies running the adjacent aisles between the soup cans. I can beat them to the entrance, but as soon as I clear the aisle, a leg kick sweeps me from a blind spot and sends me flying into the gift cards. I lost my gun. In pain and pissed off, I get up and whip out Shredder, ready for the 5 hombres that surround me. The one in the red bandana pulls out a 500 Magnum, pointed right at me. Shit!
Now give me that axe and walk outside or the kid gets glazed. Someone wants to have a word with you.
Whoa, fuck this! There are some things that conjure the instinct to fight. Then there are things that make you want to cry like a bitch. This is the latter. The leader here looks like he jumped right out of a blaxploitation movie. But it's what's in his hands that got me. 2 long chains with a pet gator at the end of each, both snapping their jaws at my goodies. Leathervest laughs at me and hisses at them like he's speaking their language.
Relax. They only eat when I tell them to, and I'm in a good mood.
Oh yeah? And who the hell are you?
Me? I'm an admirer.
Of what? The guy who had the gun in my face brought Shredder over and handed it to him.
Now this, hell yeah. What is this? Gotta admit, as a guitar collector myself, I got half chubbed at first glance. She's lovely. Now don't mistake me for a thief. I just wanna know, how do you get one of these?
Why don't you try sending Santa one of them letters?
I hate to break your fantasy, but Santa died from the short, along with all the other fairy tales. Now there is chrome hanging off your kid's dome, you know. You gonna make me kill him, or ain't peace worth a conversation?
Yeah. Well, that's my guitar. Made her a few weeks ago with some battery-powered tools. I'd make a red one too, but I ran out of juice.
Oh, well, shit. Isn't that interesting?
What?
Your story, I'm call bullshit. If you haven't noticed, there ain't no more fucking electricity. Batteries got fried with everything else.
The proof is in your hands. If you don't believe me, then go fuck your mother.
You want me to believe that a house shit's gonna Faraday cage whatever EMP caused this shit? Out of all the people that could have had power, somehow you had a little, huh? It ain't likely.
Did I mention I got it blessed by a Jewish nun?
Come on, man. 2 things I can't stand. White people funny and lies. We done here. Blast the shit.
Alright, that's enough! You want the damn guitar, then take it! Leave Eddie alone!
Oh, that's Eddie, huh? Now, what about you?
I'm Ash.
Nice to make your acquaintance. My name's Spider. We're the Razors. I lead this squad. We're quite small. What you see here's what you get. But we stay sharp, and we cut our own accord. Hence the Gators. We could be good if we want to, or we could be bad if we need to. But the short is our first enemy. You fix that, then you relax a whole lot of motherfuckers like me. Which makes your story so interesting.
Like I said, I'm all out of juice.
But you brought hope, if it's true that is. I haven't seen a spark since we shorted. I tried generators, water power, even hamsters. Not a snap, crackle, or a pop.
It was strange now that you mention it. I had just enough to finish the weapon. I'm being straight with you.
I'm known to be a skeptic, but my gut's telling me that you ain't what I thought you were. I'll roll with it. You and this kid got a good spine, whereas most other men would have had piss running down their knees. Maybe there is something I can do for you. What is it that you're after?
What do you know about the People's Collective?
Ooh, let's just say that, we intensely dislike each other. I used to be a part of them, but got out before they got organized. They spoke of unity and protection and all that political mumbo-jumbo to back up their claim. What they don't tell you is how they use men like me to raid others, spy on your own. They thought I would sell my soul for a little bit of comfort in this broken world. But I refuse to end up in hell with them. If that's your enemy, then good fucking luck, buddy. If what you're after is still there, it may be breathing, but it's something different now.
That doesn't change anything for me. This is something I have to do.
I'll amend my advice then. Keep on repeating your performance today, and they'll most definitely find you.
Spider walks towards me and returns Shredder. He holds up the sign of the horns, and his people take a step back. I'm free to go.
You know, you should swing by the den one day. Go to the gas station down University Drive at that corner there. We'll see you and send an escort. And if you do, bring all your guitars. Oh, and if the collective are with you, you're gonna find out what it's like to get shit out of a gator. You avoid that, you could be our next initiate.
Let me think it over. At least we know that both of us aren't against having an ally.
Is that the guy from the picture?
I think it's him, and he's somewhat friendly with the Razors. Do what you do, but no killing. Follow him. I want to know where he sleeps. This may be what Hamill's been looking for.
It would be lighter to bring back a head or two.
You forget your place. No engagement. This is Hamill's call. I don't think we should piss off the guy with all the power.
You gotta be.